Welcome to a very special anniversary edition of AI Minute Mondays. As you can see, I'm not Suchi. My name is Mandar, and I'm here to flip the script, so to speak. It's a big day. It's the first anniversary of AI Minute Mondays, and it's been a year full of exploring how AI is shaping the way we work, learn, and imagine the future. And so I'm stepping in for Suchi, and I'm going to flip this on her and become the host for today and interview her. And that's the privilege I have for today. Over the past year, AI Minute Mondays has become a space for clarity in a noisy world, a place where complex ideas become accessible and where curiosity is rewarded. So today, we'll talk about what this journey has meant, the impact it's had, and why innovation and learning matters now more than ever. We'll also dive into Suchi's next big leap. It's called Learn the Ropes. It's an AI native platform designed to help people learn faster, smarter, and with more confidence in an AI powered world. So, with that, let's switch gears and bring our host, but today our guest, Suchi, and start off with the first question. So, firstly, Suchi, welcome to your own show. I know this is different, but let's start with reflecting on the year. If how has the year been, and can you share your thoughts on how this has been for you?
Great to be a guest now on my own show. First of all, I created AI Minute Mondays as my way to bring clarity into the AI conversation. So, not just around the whole excitement around what AI can do, but also the equally important conversations around ethics, data privacy, bias, and why we still need humans in the loop. And why a micro podcast? Well, frankly, because there's so much of content and we are drowning in it. So we don't need more content. We need shorter, sharper insights. And why the weekly frequency? Well, because AI is evolving so fast, anything else felt outdated. So that's how I started AI Minute Mondays. And it's been a year now. We are on episode 52. We've spoken to over 36 guests across different industries from healthcare and pharmacology to IT, software engineering, to sleep technology, to even beauty. So we've spoken to a lot of these different people across industries, and they've shown us how AI is being used in their industry, and also they've spoken about the challenges when they're using AI and how to overcome them. So it's been a great eye opener for me as well, and it's changed my thinking dramatically in this past 1 year.
Fantastic. So one of the things that you've often said, right, about this initiative, this effort that you've been, so diligently pursuing for a year now, right, is that learning is the real, key in the AI era. Why do you believe innovation and learning is so critical right now? And how did that belief lead you to, your next venture or your next leap, which is building Learn the Ropes?
So in the AI era, AI is able to bring about 100 times our potential. But for this to happen, we must learn to use AI wisely. So we need to know where to use AI, where human judgment is needed, and where there are risks involved. So that's a very critical aspect. And the other aspect why learning becomes so critical is because we still need to build our core skills and our thinking ability. So these are super important, especially in the world of AI. And as far as Learn the Ropes goes, I've come from a long line of educators and I've always been fascinated by what motivates people to learn. And that's one of the key reasons why I'm building Learn the Ropes. Now, if you look at some of the core capabilities that AI brings to the table, for example, hyper personalization. Now, we all know that there is no one size fits all solution for everyone, especially when learning is concerned. So, with AI, these capabilities come to the forefront where we can use the same content, but we can hyper personalize it to each individual, to their learning style, to their skill levels, to their goals, and meet them where they are at. So that's a big game changer. But in addition, there's another aspect that I'm focusing on with Learn the Ropes. And that aspect is about learning behavior modification. Because as with learning, it's always taking the first step, which is the hardest part, and staying at it till it becomes habit forming. So these are some of the key components that we are building into Learn the Ropes to make it easier and less overwhelming to start your learning journey. And so think of Learn the Ropes like your non judgmental friend who's right there by you, slowly egging you on and coaching you and guiding you towards fulfilling your learning journey.
That's great, Suchi. So one of the things as you were speaking, it came to me is it's apparent that AI is transforming how people learn, from personalized tutoring to instant feedback and so on. But it also obviously raises some concerns about over reliance or loss of deep thinking. So, from your perspective, what's the biggest promise of using AI for learning, and what's the most important pitfall we need to guard against?
So this is something that I deeply think about a lot because it's something that's very critical to what I believe in. So while AI has the potential to help us with our whole learning journey, we have to be mindful that we don't fall into the pitfalls of trying to remove the struggle that builds our thinking muscle. So, in other words, we shouldn't start outsourcing our thinking and reasoning to LLMs because it seems the natural pathway for a lot of learners to use it as a shortcut and say, let the LLM do the thinking for me, but that's ultimately going to stunt your learning. So, when we are building a tool like Learn the Ropes or any other learning platform, we have to build with this in mind. We have to ensure that we still are a thinking partner, like AI becomes your thinking partner and not a thinking replacement. And that's one of the core tenets that we are building into Learn the Ropes. The other aspect that is really critical for us to think about is with learning more is the ethics of it. Like, what's the output? How accurate is it? This is where we need to ensure that we have the human in the loop to ensure that we're not teaching things that are incorrect. The other aspect is around bias. Do you have bias in the data set that gets amplified 100 times? And then again, things like data privacy. If you're using a free frontier model for doing your AI capabilities and helping you with your learning, think about the data that you're providing to this frontier model. So, how are you safeguarding your data? So, these are all key questions which is important for us to keep in mind as we start using AI for a learning solution. And those are some of the core tenets that we have kept in mind when we are building Learn the Ropes. So, that's how our journey has been. And that's something that's super critical to think about.
That's very insightful, Suchi. Thank you so much for those answers. I think I'm going to wrap this session of AI Minute Mondays today. Hopefully, I have done justice of filling in the absolutely big shoes that that I had to for this session, becoming the host. And congratulations, absolutely, big congratulations to you for completing 1 year on this journey. Thank you again for bringing clarity to so many of us in a noisy world, and looking forward to continued sessions, continued micro podcasts, and continued great discussions that you're going to host on this AI Minute Mondays platform. Thank you
Thank you.
once again.
Thank you so much, Mandar. Thanks, everyone. Bye.